Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Hasta Lasagna. Don't get any on ya. I'm Dave Daniel, going by Dave now. Guess who's back? You won't believe it. Mary's back.
Mary's Dave Slide is back. Oh yeah, because I'm sly with it.
It's crazy. It's been at least a month.
Yeah.
It's okay.
True.
We've made do. I am currently suing Mr. Jones, who's been on the previous episodes in federal court. But you won't know who that is.
Who, me?
Yeah, the listener will know. All of our 6 listeners.
Oh, at least it's not 13 anymore. I couldn't.
Well, we've got 18 subscribers and we get an average
Woo!
of 6 listeners an episode.
Oh, that's quite cracking.
Anyway, today we're covering another movie. We're covering Mac and Me.
Yes, we are.
Why don't you tell us what the story was?
So this story is maybe one could say along a similar vein to E.T., but we don't talk about that in this 1988 hit sponsored by none other than McDonald's. Mac, who's this tiny little alien boy, lands on Earth because the spaceship comes to his planet with his family, and then they put in this big testing room and then just break free, and no one really gives a fuck and just sort of lets them walk out. And then they cause a big car pile-up, and then little baby Mac ends up estranged from his family and in the car of Eric and his brother and his mother, if you will. At which point they drive to move into their new house far in the suburbs in LA. And if you ever at any point forget where their house is, you can very easily remember because the neighbours that walked past was wearing a hat that says LA on it. So, you know, one of those classic things around the house keep going a bit funny. The remote control cars go off their rocker. There's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know. And then essentially Eric, the little boy in the wheelchair, is going like, come on guys, believe me. No one believes him except for the little ragtag little girl neighbour who sucks up Mac in a Hoover. And then some time passes and both of their siblings, who are older and the same age and fancy each other, bit of this, bit of that, end up escaping with Mac because the 2 little siblings take Mac to a birthday party because they have no choice, but they put him in a teddy bear costume. And so they tell everyone, because obviously this teddy bear is just moving around, they just tell everyone that it's a motorized teddy bear, at which point they put him on the counters in McDonald's. And he's just dancing and jiving, you know, all around the place. And then the federal police turn up, and then they all run away, and then they get in the van and they find all of Mac's family, and then escape with all of Mac's family, and then end up going to get some petrol, and then the Mac family freak out some people, and then get out of the car and go into a shop, at which point, yes, you guessed it, a huge fuck off shit, and he works on death row, and that guy, like, he's got the magic.
Green Mile.
Green Mile? Yeah, like that. And they were just sort of like, oh, yeah, you know what? They're good chaps. Let's just let them live their lives. Not even gonna, like, keep them hostage and make them, you know, test on them. Which, like, obviously, if they did that, I'd be like, oh, no, that's bad. But I'd respect it a bit. Like, oh, anyway, that's the news of me.
That was great. That was a great rundown of the story. Very detailed.
It just boggles me. I'm absolutely boggled, David.
Anyway, we're moving on to thoughts and opinions.
Oh, sorry, I should have saved that thought.
It's okay. I'm more loose these days. Since you've been gone, I've got more loose. I wrote, the frame rate is slow and the image is grainy, but that's the price that comes with watching this for free on YouTube.
See, I was going to say the frame rate is really fast and blurry because I watched it on 1.5 speed. Another opinion is everyone should watch this film. Sorry, you could talk for a bit.
The brother says, have no fear, your hormonal hero is here. This is in reference to all the California women he's going to pursue. That's not trivia.
Well, I think.
You know, I didn't actually think it was that bad. I kind of enjoyed myself with it. It was too long.
I think, honestly, I was like, this film was great until they blew up the car park.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
And then there was just like a little dead boy. And they blew up the car park.
I wrote, man, E.T. is such a good movie.
Yeah, you know, this is a rip-off E.T. in so many
What?
ways. Especially given that this also gave a young actress her start in her career.
Yeah. You're stepping on trivia.
But I'll hush.
Okay, we're into trivia.
I leave our listeners in suspense. Oh, fuck.
It's called Mac and Trivia. We're in the trivia section. We do it every week. The film's budget was $13 million. Since the film is not yeah, that's standard for the time for Mac and Me, for a movie sponsored by McDonald's originally.
Right.
Since the film was only released domestically, which means in the United States, it ended up earning $6 million, which made it a flop.
I can't believe that.
Because, as I've said before in previous episodes, you gotta making back your money for a movie, you gotta double the budget. So they needed to make $26 million, and they only made $6 million.
If I had $27 million, I'd give them $26 million for that cracker of a film.
The McDonald's scenes were all shot in the city of Industry, California, just outside Los Angeles. The set was a real-life McDonald's built specifically for crew member training and television commercials. Everything inside worked, but never served a real customer. When it wasn't being used, it was locked up behind a chain-link fence, and it was torn down and rebuilt in 2006.
Oh, wow. The repercussions from Mac and Me were that bad, huh?
They were that bad. This is a bit of a long one, but whenever Paul Rudd appeared on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, he would present friends and promise to show a scene from the final episode. Coincidentally, Jennifer Aniston does have a small role in Mac and Me. In 2022, he was a guest on Conan O'Brien's podcast. As this was a strictly audio medium, Conan was caught totally by surprise when, after a long and involved story from Rudd about a non-existent project he claimed to be working on, he played the Mac and Me clip. Just a great bit to be going on for like 20 years. The dedication to that.
Yeah. The thing is when I saw that bit in the film, I was like, oh my god. And what I think made it better for me was I was just watching it in 1.5 speed for the enjoyment factor, because I think my two favorite scenes, given the speed of the frames, what have you, was 100% when he fell off. No offense to the fact that he fell, because that's bad, but that, and also just it's the bit when Jennifer Aniston appears before the birthday party, when they're like dancing and grooving outside the McDonald's. It was making me piss myself with the effing speed of it all. It was great.
That's great. When Spielberg was once asked if he was ever tempted to take legal action against the filmmakers for copying the story of his beloved film E.T. the Extraterrestrial 1982, he jokingly said he didn't want to get blamed for making anybody else watch it in order to make comparisons. Bit of shade from Stevie Spielberg there.
Shadeberg.
We'll be right back after this message. The Cruise family van is a 1987 Volkswagen Vanagon GL Wolfsburg edition. G. Robinson can be seen at one point.
Oh, I love him.
Part of the film's box office intake was donated to the Ronald McDonald House Charities.
Oh.
And that's the end of Mac and Trivia. You loved it.
Mac and cheese.
You definitely loved it. Did you love it?
Oh,
you loved it.
I don't think love even doesn't even describe it. Nothing.
You loved it.
Oh, I loved it. Do you think?
I never think.
Would you rather Lilo and Stitch or Mac and Me?
Lilo and Stitch, of course.
What? Okay, would you rather Mac and Cheese or Mac and Me?
Mac and cheese.
What would you rather, Macklemore or Mac and Me? The return of Mac. Do what it is, what it is, what it is, what it isn't. Gotta get ready better. That the student can hold us.
We're gonna get copyright strike.
Oh no, no we won't. Wicka 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 woo. There you go.
We did actually a previous episode. I had to re-edit the footage and remove all the scenes from Lord of the Rings 1978 that I'd used because it got blocked globally.
Seriously?
Yeah, from that shitty little movie from 1978, which me and Mr. Jones hated. But everyone knows that if they've watched that episode.
It's quite.
Also, I'm currently suing him in federal court. Just while I bring that up again. Anyway, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I do have a final thought. How did who taught him to drive?
I guess that's an unanswerable question. Well, as for the show, and maybe we'll be back next week. It's yeah, we'll probably be back next week.
Oh, for sure, we'll be back next week.
Yeah, remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment.
And answer my would you rather questions in the comments.
Yeah, good idea. That boosts engagement.
Boost engagement.
No, I said poops engagement.
I flippin' knew it. Okay, well, poops and piment then.
Anyway, goodbye.
Bye.